Dom, how's it going? I'm just making a video response rather than leaving multiple comments in regards to your Vista video, in regards to what you like about it and what others don't like about it. So, let's just set the stage here. It's late May 2008, and it seems to be running smoothly. No major quirks or bugs. That's not the problem. The problem is its reputation. It's the tainted legacy that Vista will forever have. The reasons are multiple for that. First of all, it was delayed repeatedly. Secondly, when it was finally released, both the business and consumer version, they had bugs galore, issues galore, what have you. So, now the third part of that is then Microsoft's failure to timely respond to those issues and bugs and quirks. So, let's go back in time here. After repeatedly being delayed, Vista was finally released January 2007. In February 2007, just 1 month after release, an email exchange from Microsoft executives were full aware of the many problems that Vista was experiencing. So, and in fact I will include that text email exchange in the description, and I actually put that on one of my previous videos, and I'm not sure if you have seen that, but for this reference I'll put that in there. So 1 month after its release, they were very well aware of the problems. So just 3 months ago, Microsoft issued the first service pack for Windows Vista. Now, I'm not saying they haven't included patches or critical updates before then, but one would think that they would need to expedite and accelerate the first service pack release as quickly as possible. Not so much, and this is funny, because not so much for the actual fixes of the problems, but for the reputation of the product. If you go out and make it appear that you are adequately responding to the consumer complaints, to the problems that one of your products is having, then that's half the battle. People are saying, oh, you know what, they did put out a flawed product, but you know what, they admitted it, they realized it, and they're responding to it. That's the whole point of that. So whether it actually should have garnered a full service pack, status, it would have sent a very positive message to Vista customers and Microsoft customers that they're willing to adequately respond to an unusual situation. But what have you, they didn't. So now, May 2008, the reputation of Vista is forever tainted. Again, it's too little, too late. There's no going back. There's no turning the clock back and saying, gosh, Vista is a good operating system, because it might well be right now. The problem is you're now 14, almost 15 months past the point where you needed to say that. It needed to be a good operating system January 2007 after being delayed. That's the whole point of delays, is to fix those bugs and those issues that you're experiencing. Otherwise, what's the point? Now, the next point we'll make is imitation. You mentioned that it's copying, that it appears to be copying the Mac OS X operating system, and many people, including James in your comments, made reference that it was copying Mac OS 10.4, the Tiger operating system. That seems to be kind of the consensus of which operating system it's imitating. Now, first of all, the saying is, imitation is the best form of flattery. But do you, as a customer, do you want to have an imitation, or do you want to have the original? If you are an Xbox customer who likes having a cutting-edge technology for your game console, do you always want to have to wait till the Xbox imitates PlayStation? No. You want them to do things their way, to invent new technologies, to have new features and functions. and you don't have to want to rely on your company, on your product, imitating someone else, because that always includes a delay factor. You're going to have to wait till the other company spends the time and effort creating, inventing, adding new features and functions to their product before your company, your product, can imitate it. So, and technically imitations are supposed to be cheaper. They're supposed to be kind of a discounted version of the original. Of course, we all know that's not true, because Vista is incredibly high priced and has many different versions of it, whereas Mac OS 10.4, Mac OS 10.5 Leopard has one version for all, and it's $129 for all versions. There's no price point. You do have a family pack, but those are for multiple license. But the point is, you have one product for all at one price for all. And if you're imitating that, you would think because you're not actually thinking of these ideas yourself, that you are going to make it cheaper or less expensive than the original. That's not true. Last point I'm going to make, and again, I'm sorry for dragging this video out. The last point I'm going to make is about what Vista did to the existing Windows customers. It required many of them to upgrade to a new computer or to buy a new computer. Fine, I'll even be willing to admit you have to draw the line somewhere and say, okay, you can run XP on your computer, but Vista has higher specifications required. It requires more RAM, more disk space, more processor speed, what have you. That's fine. I'm not even going to fault that. What many of these Windows customers encountered when they went out to buy a new computer so they could run Vista is that they saw stickers on the computers from Dell, from Hewlett-Packard, from Packard Bell that said, can run Windows Vista. Fine, great. They put it on their credit card, they wrote a check, took it home, tried to install Vista, and it didn't work. Now, ultimately, you think the responsibility falls on the computer manufacturer. They false advertised or they misled the customer. But I think it really falls to Microsoft, because it's their operating system is the reason why people are buying those new computers. So they need to adequately and strongly communicate to the computer manufacturers, here are the requirements, here are the specifications that are required for the new operating system. And this is the only thing. Anything less, it will not work. Well, that didn't happen. So whether these computer manufacturers took the liberty and put these stickers on just to make a quick sale, fine. But I think ultimately the responsibility falls on Microsoft, because it's their operating system. So I don't know. I've never used Vista, and by the reputation, the legacy that it will have, I don't think I ever want to. And there's something wrong when tens of thousands of Windows users sign a petition asking Microsoft to not only extend the lifeline, the lifespan of supporting XP, but also asking them to extend the lifespan of selling the retail version of XP. I mean, there's something wrong, and again, something Vista might be all right, might run smoothly as heck in May 2008. It's its reputation. It's too little, too late. It will forever be tainted, and that's unfortunate. I don't want any company to fail, though privately I like Microsoft to suffer a little. Innovation is great, creation is great. I don't think they need to be imitating all the time, and they certainly haven't. Their software products are top of the line, but you have to draw the line somewhere from imitating, especially if you're a customer. If you're receiving imitation goods, eventually you're going to want to pay less, if you're not going to receive it in a timely fashion. Okay, enough said. I'm really running late now. It was a good video. It was good debate we have going. So thanks, Tom. Bye.